Claude Sonnet 4.6 Plus, Qwen 3.5, build and automate anything. Today I'm going to show you how I connected two AIs together, Claude Sonnet 4.6 and Qwen 3.5, and they built an entire automation system for me. No joke, one plans, one builds. And I basically just sat there and watched. This is the craziest AI workflow I've ever tested. So here's what just happened. I took Claude Sonnet 4.6 and I gave it one job, plan. That's it. Just think, just design, just be the brain. And then I took Qwen 3.5 and I gave it one job too. Build, take the plan, write the code, ship it. And when you put these two together, something wild happens. They start acting like a real dev team. One is the architect, one is the builder, and they go back and forth fixing each other's work until the whole thing actually runs on its own. Now let me walk you through exactly how this works step by step, because once you see this, you're going to want to try it today. Claude Sonnet 4.6. And you give it this prompt. You say, you are the system architect. I want to build a simple but impressive automation-based app. Define the app idea, break it into components, identify what should be automated, explain the logic step by step, and output a clear build plan I can hand to another AI. That last part is key. You're telling Claude, hey, someone else is going to read this. Make it clear, make it clean, make it something another AI can actually follow. And here's what blew my mind. Claude didn't just give me a list. It thought like a senior engineer. It broke the whole thing down into modules. It mapped out the automation logic. It even flagged what should run on a schedule versus what should be triggered by an event. This is not your normal chatbot response. This is real system thinking. And that's what makes Claude Sonnet 4.6 different. It doesn't just answer your question. It architects a solution. Now, step two, you take that entire plan, every single word Claude gave you, and you paste it into Qwen 3.5, and you give Qwen this prompt. You say, you are the builder AI. Using the following plan, build the system step by step. Write clean working code. Assume I will run this locally. Explain only when necessary. Focus on building fast. And this is where Qwen goes crazy. It doesn't overthink. It doesn't give you 10 paragraphs of explanation. It just starts writing code, file after file, function after function. It takes Claude's blueprint and turns it into something real, something you can actually run on your computer. Now, here's where it gets really interesting because we're not done yet. Most people would stop here. They take the code and try to run it. But that's where things usually break. So instead, we do something smarter. We send the code back to Claude. Step 3, you go back to Claude Sonnet 4.6 and you paste in everything Qwen just built. And you say, review this implementation, identify logical flaws, suggest improvements, optimize the automation flow, highlight any security or scalability issues, keep it practical. And Claude comes back with real feedback, not fluff, and not generic stuff like, oh, this looks good. No, it finds actual problems. It says things like, this function doesn't handle edge cases. This automation could fail if the API times out. This part needs error handling. It thinks like a code reviewer on a real team. And it gives you a clear list of exactly what to fix. This is literally how real dev teams work. One person builds, another person reviews. They go back and forth until the thing is solid, except now both people are AIs and they work in minutes, not days. Step 4, you take Claude's feedback and you send it right back to Qwen and you say, apply the suggested improvements, refactor the code, make the automation more reliable, return the updated version. And Qwen does exactly that. It takes the notes, it cleans up the code, it tightens the automation, and it sends back a better version, a version that's been planned by one AI and reviewed by another. Think about that for a second. You now have code that's been through 2 rounds of AI quality control. That's better than what most solo developers ship. And here's the part that really gets me. Step 5, you run it, you open your terminal, you hit enter, and the system just works. The automation fires, reports get generated, tasks get executed, emails get sent, whatever you built is running and you're not doing anything. The system is running itself. That moment right there is the whole point. That's the moment where it clicks. You didn't just ask an AI a question. You didn't just get a chatbot to write you a paragraph. You used 2 AIs as a team and they built something real that runs without you. Now, let me tell you why this matters beyond just being cool. So, because I know a lot of people watch AI videos and think, okay, that's neat, but what do I actually do with it? Here's the answer. This workflow works for almost anything. You want to automate your lead follow-up, use this. You want to build a tool that scrapes data and sends you a daily report, right? Use this. You want to create a system that organizes your files, your emails, your tasks. Use this. The pattern is always the same. Claude plans, Qwen builds, Claude reviews, Qwen fixes, you run it, And the beautiful thing is you don't need to be a developer. You don't need to know how to code. The AIs handle that part. You just need to know what you want to build. Then Claude will help you figure that out too. That's the whole point of giving it the architect role. It takes your messy idea and turns it into a clear plan. Now, I want to be clear about something. I'm not saying this replaces a full engineering team. If you're building something massive and complex, you still need humans in the loop. But for automations, for internal tools, for things that save you time every single day, this workflow is insane. It's fast, it's free, and it actually works. The key thing to remember is the role separation. That's what makes this different from just using one AI. When you give one AI two jobs, plan and build, it gets confused. It tries to do both at once and neither one is great. But when you split the roles, each AI does what it's best at. Claude is best at thinking, Qwen is best at building. Together they cover each other's weaknesses, and that's when the magic happens. So let me recap real quick. Step 1, give Claude the architect role and ask it to plan your automation. Step 2, paste that plan into Qwen and tell it to build. Step 3, send the code back to Claude for review. Step 4, send the fixes to Qwen to apply. Step 5, run it and watch it work. 5 steps, 2 AIs, 1 automation that runs itself. Now, if you want to take this even further and you want access to the full process, the SOPs, the prompts, and over 100 AI use cases just like this one,